says we're live. Sorry about the delay. I personally had some uh, audio issues. I was like, what was it, 40, about 45-second delay? I'd say something and they wouldn't hear it, and 45 seconds later it would come across. So now seems that we're doing okay.
What's that? You got a delay. What?
No,
Oh,
really?
don't tell me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. You might jinx him. Uh-oh.
No, I'm good. I'm here.
Okay.
So, here's
So
Gunpowder. She's back. What's that?
how did you fix it?
I went into settings, and then there's it said something about processing audio. So I clicked the processing audio and then came back in and it worked. So who knows? It's probably just because it's Walmart internet.
Walmart internet. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to move back into the country after having such nice internet here in town.
I gotta say I had better internet when I lived in the country.
Really?
Yeah. We were on a. I mean, what was it? Was called CenturyLink. CenturyLink was like our phone and internet service. So Gunpowder keeps dropping in and out. She was on her phone.
Oh yeah, I might not be able to move out in the country again because I might be making a major commitment here in a few days.
Uh oh, what's your major commitment?
The lady who owns my house that I'm paying rent to, she's been wanting to get rid of this place for forever. That's why she rented it. She couldn't sell it because of the neighborhood. Well, she still wants to get it out of her hands, so she's going to sell it to me for dirt cheap, and it'll be mine in 4 years.
Nice. Nice. You can't really beat that.
Yeah. But if I want to sell it in the future, it might not be so easy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna see if I can get
You broke up.
in real quick. I think there's a major delay on the YouTube side too.
You think so? Take a look.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a 1, 3. See how long it takes.
I saw that 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
was,
it's
I'm
not
watching
bad.
it on
It's
the.
only
I'm watching on a YouTube now, and it's normal. It's 3 seconds.
okay.
Cool. So that was temporary. Let's hope that's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was all in the mood to go live, and then. So what did you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I just said it's a wacky. The world is whack, and it's Wednesday, so that's why I named it the World is Whack Wednesday Chat. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna leave YouTube up on my phone and get rid of it on the laptop. Maybe that'll also help me with some of my issues. Just stay streamlined. So won't be able to. If the trolls come in, they'll get to troll all they want, unless I got some moderators out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick on the draw. Sometimes I
Okay.
accidentally kick out the wrong people and have to put them back in.
To put them back in. But
Yeah, don't ever hand me a pistol. I take out too many friendlies.
What's up, Vanessa Kitty? I figured we'll just, let's start off tonight. And we'll talk about Philadelphia. I mean, um, in the afternoon, I got an alert. I get alerts on my phone from a scanner app. Anytime anyone's listening, they get like 1,500 people listening to the same scanner station. It throws out a link, or it throws out a notification like, "Hey, this many people is watching or listening to this channel." And so I was like, "Oh, it's Philadelphia." So I clicked on it and I was listening. I couldn't try to figure out what it was. And I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm like, okay, sounds like they got like either a hostage situation, but then there's like officers down, and I was like, okay, something's going on now. So that's when in tune I start scrolling either Twitter or Facebook or something like that. Um, and then there you go. They started popping up with the actual news stories and stuff going on. So
That's why
that's
I
how.
never thought of that. You don't have to have a scanner anymore. You got internet. You can freaking listen to it on the internet. I didn't think of that. It was
Yeah,
the other night I was thinking, I was out hiking. I was like, gosh, I wish I had a scanner like I used to, because I'm wondering what's going on down there, you know?
yeah.
I didn't
Well,
think of that.
not everybody's on the scanner app. Somebody has to put that on there, but it was pretty convenient. So that's how I learned of it, and then rest of the afternoon, they're, as far as I know, they're still out there dealing with it. They were just recently getting some lights and stuff, putting some lights out there on the. I don't know if it's a house or an apartment building or what he's in,
Well, that's
but
what the police chief was saying. Or who was it that was saying they weren't sure if it was a one house or a two split house.
right. But how media perceives things is probably more the issue what we're going to talk about, because like Matt was saying, he when he first heard of it, he heard a totally different version of what I just explained to what I heard. What'd you hear, Matt?
No, I just heard that it was an active shooter. So, it was made out to be. It wasn't specifically said this way, but the way it was said to me made it out like it was another Walmart shooter or school shooter or something like that. This big active mass shooter situation. And then I, of course, went and looked at it, just like I am right now, Philadelphia shooter, to find out it's just a dude. I mean, when I say just a dude, I mean there's people that are dead, but that it's just a dude who was getting a warrant served to him and freaked out and started shooting people. And the reason it's 6 cops is because, of course, when he started shooting, there was, law enforcement showed up and weren't prepared for it. CNN.com live updates. Several Philadelphia police officers shot. 6 injured, not dead.
Right.
Standoff ongoing as of right now, or at least as of within the last few minutes. Some officers had to escape through windows after gunmen opened fire.
Another thing is, what I heard on the scanner, that he actually was live streaming this himself. So here's another criminal live streaming their violent crimes on either Facebook or YouTube or something, or however, or whatever, Twitch or whatever he was using.
Well, I just realized when we were talking that we automatically thought, oh, it's another mass shooting. Look at where we've come to. Stuff that used to be on the news, they used to be like, oh, wow. It's like, oh, thank God it's not worse.
Well, we had a shooting other night in Akron, and it was between like rival gang members or something. But the headline said shooting near Firestone High School. Now, school's not even in session. Okay, we're still summer break here. It was a Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Sunday evening, or whatever. It was Sunday evening, so there was no school anyway. But this is the headline to put the high school in there. And a lot of people in the comments were saying to me, because, of course I brought that up, they were like, well, that's just a landmark so they know where it's at. I'm like, street names. You don't have to say by Firestone High School. You know, if it's by the Canal State baseball team plays, they don't say Canal Stadium, they say down. So there was, sadly, what I said was this is going to count as a school shooting in the official record books because it was within so many feet of a school. So they're going to count this as a school shooting. Well, you look it up next month and it'll have a school shooting for Akron.
So that CNN Live, that website I was just on, it's a apartment building. Just so everybody's aware, we were talking about. It's an apartment building. He's on the second floor. There's cops trapped on the second floor. Sorry, he's shooting from the first floor through walls.
Oh shit! Hey, Jayhawk USMC's out there, retired. Hey, brother, I haven't seen you in a long, long time. So.
Well, I hope for everyone's sake, the people down below, the neighbors, standing around, the media, everybody, I hope nobody gets hit by a stray bullet. One of those officers actually got grazed in the head from what I saw.
Yeah, Jayhawk said, just like mass shootings, it used to be 4 victims and now it's 2 or more. So if 2 people get shot, it's considered a mass shooting, I guess.
Well, here's the thing: is that number one, Jayhawk, fucking awesome to see you, dude. Jayhawk's one of my patrons, so that's awesome. But that there is no definition of mass shooting, and that's one of the things. So I'm sure that you have heard, at least to this point of the year, that there's been something like 255 mass shootings in 2019. That was something that was regurgitated over and over again over the last couple of weeks. The problem is it's not true if you go by the traditional mass shooting count, which is 4 or more dead, including the shooter. So it can be 3 victims and the shooter dead. But the way that the media and the way that the anti-gunners are framing it right now, in order to make it 250 this year, is wherever there was 2 or 4 or more involved. Doesn't even have to be injured, just involved. Much less dead. I mean, so that they're playing with the numbers. They're playing with the mass shooting numbers anyway, just to fit their narrative one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to remember, media is just part of the capitalism, and you got to keep the business running.
So if dad comes home, loses his job, he's upset, he kills the wife and kids, and then offs himself. It's not a murder-suicide through local, it's a mass shooting through national news.
Yep. They're just playing with the numbers, man. They're playing with the numbers in order to be able to use the term mass shooting more and more often.
Right.
Now I understand. I mean, yes, if there's if there's a mass number of people involved in a shooting, I get it, but let's have a standard. That's where I'm coming from. Let's have a standard, because if we go by the standard of 5 minutes ago, then there's been something like 30 mass shootings or something like that in this year. If we go by the standard of 5 minutes later, the one they're using, now it's all of a sudden 250. That's a huge discrepancy, and we need to have some sort of a standard.
Yeah, especially if they're including like drive-by shootings too, like in gangland and stuff. Gang shootings and stuff like that.
They are.
I mean,
Vanessa Kitty says, "How many murders in our city? How many murders in our city?"
This here and read some of the comments too.
Uh-oh, she delayed again.
He's delayed.
Yeah,
again.
I've seen some pretty cool memes lately on Facebook. Oh, man.
Say one.
One.
Right on.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good now.
Yep, you just
Okay.
1 second
Man,
short.
I was starting to get really pissed. I was like, man. I forget what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got so sidetracked with being upset about the lag that I had earlier and then thought it was back again.
Well, it was for a minute. For a second there, it was back, and it's just like it self-corrected.
Yeah, they're like Kitty said, they're criminals committing murder. It's criminals. Criminals don't obey the laws, and I don't know how. I mean, that's not a hard statement or quote or anything or catchphrase to learn. Why can't these people understand? What's up, Zombies R Us Outdoors? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Coming over here, slumming in the what they call it, the less than 2,500 sub neighborhood. So if anybody wants a link or whatever, you know what? Here, I'll just do that because I can control who comes in. So if somebody wants to decide they want to jump in, talk with my delayed ass.
Yeah, Jayhawk, I just put that video in my watch later. I'm looking forward to watching that.
I'll drop the link out there, and if somebody wants to come in, then you're more than welcome.
Zombies R Us is out there. Haven't.
I know. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him he was slumming over here with these with the the less than 2,500 sub channels, and he said, hey, he didn't forget where he came from.
That's right.
It's an interesting name.
Hey, he's didn't yeah, I'd have to look at his channel again. I mean, he freaking blew the hell up, didn't he?
He got 35K.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's.
Man, that's a pretty rifle.
Here's my buddy Chris. This is probably my buddy Chris, Armament and Axes. He'll come.
Up.
Hey. Hey. So, hey Matt.
Right.
Did the actually went out with Chris here, my buddy here, Armament and Axis, went to his range and tested the Fiachi, the 2x7x32 scope, and we got it zeroed in. We'll be doing 25 yards, then I shot it for 50 yards, put about 100 rounds through it, and it was right on the money. So it did okay. And then they sent me this red dot. So I'm gonna do this red dot next.
They sent me another scope.
It did okay. Okay, who's the rookie?
We need to
Chris?
test armament, Chris.
Yeah, mute.
Chris. Testing. Say something.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So this is what they sent me now. Is their like RS M22 or something? I think it's called. Kind of looks like the Bushnell. What is that? TRS or TR25 or whatever.
The TR25 trophy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That's very similar to. Come on. The AT3. AT3 red dot that they sent me. Looks a lot like the TRS 25 trophy, except for when I put a trophy on my AK, it lasted about 200 rounds before it shook itself to pieces.
Really?
Yeah, the lens popped out of it and everything, and so I just bought that one, and it's been great since. Matter of fact, that's what I'm playing with right now. Is AT3.
Which one was?
Huh?
What was the one you put on there now?
The AT3 RDS RD50. And then AT3 sent me this. It's the ARO. It's not even out yet. They're releasing it, I think, this weekend to the public for me to do a test on. Take the base plate off, put it on a pistol. Comes with its own riser. Little micro red dot, 3 MOA.
Okay.
See if you can see that.
See, that's what I don't like about StreamYard.
Yeah, out of the products that I've tested so far. Can't what? Yeah, you can actually. I think somebody has to hit screen share. Somebody has to hit screen share, and then I have to accept it or approve it or something.
Yeah, I don't want to share my screen.
For what?
We're just still trying to figure out all the little
Yeah.
quirks of this Streamlabs.
In past live streams, when you hold something up, I used to be able to put my cursor over you, click on you, and I'd see you on the whole screen, and I could see your weapon, your everything.
Yeah.
And now we have this StreamYard, and it's just these 4 screens, and you can't click on one to enlarge it. So it's disappointing with the StreamYard.
Now you just got to do this. You just got to get close and look.
Oh.
Honestly, I think if you run StreamYard like OBS or something like that, you can do that. But yeah, I'm all new to this. This is the learning curve, you know.
Yep.
Hi, Gunpowder Beauty.
Hey, look at that blue hair.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's not what color it was the other night when you did your hair. When we were learning how to work the intro maker.
Yeah, no, I went like 2 or 3 days with it looking all sorts of funky, and I broke down. I couldn't take it anymore, and the only hair that I had was blue. So I was like, well, it looks like we're going to be blue because I ain't going to be looking like this for so long.
I remember it took you forever to get that, not tangerine, turquoise out of your hair. Now you got blue.
Yeah, turquoise. I had bleached my hair and dyed my hair a couple of colors, and it showed up through dark hair colors. It was still there after going through 3 bleach jobs. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing turquoise again. That's for sure.
You're lucky it ain't all falling out. I had hair past my ass up until last Christmas, and it all fell out because of the stupid physician.
I had about 3 inches that had to be cut off after the last time I bleached it.
There's Zombies R Us. I didn't see him down there. I hope he wasn't waiting long.
No, I just got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're ever in the backstage, type something in so we can tell how we misses you.
So, oh, wait. Hey, there we go.
There.
I had my daughter's little picture in front of the camera. You have to excuse me. My laptop is completely falling apart. If you can see what I'm working with here, I got I got a laptop sitting here. I got a keyboard sitting on top of that because my keyboard's so messed up, and I got a screen sitting right next to my actual laptop screen.
Man, with all that YouTube money coming in, you should be able to buy better laptops, man.
That's all the strippers I keep paying for.
Oh, you're blowing it on strippers, eh?
Yeah.
How you been, man? How you been? It's been a long time since I seen you live. I'm glad you decided to come live on my channel. That's a pretty good honor for me.
Hey, you left an open link. I figured might as well just jump in the water.
Nice. Yeah, I got Matt here. He's
Oh hell yeah, long time, Matt.
How you doing, man?
Oh man, just living the American dream. No, yeah.
It's amazing gun control. The threats of gun control bring out the old chat type guys again.
Honestly, that's why I joined. I seen the title of this. The world is Wack. I was like, "Oh, this ought to be good," because I know exactly what you're referring to. And yeah, shit got real. Can we cuss on here?
I don't see why.
Yep, absolutely. It's a family channel. Right. Fucking yay.
Well, I usually don't cuss or drink or smoke on my channel, so when I go live, you're seeing me. This is me.
Right.
Okay.
What it is. Well, I know Chris is over there drinking and smoking, so.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Nice meeting you. I've seen your name, never met you. I think I was on the chat with you guys the last time. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Last time we did one together, there was different people.
It was probably Budget Guns and Gear, I think, possibly.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, because he's really he goes on my days off. He's usually doing live, so I'm like, well, I'll join in when I can. So,
Steve, did I get you his info? Because he works in the Canton area. You guys are not that far.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're telling me. He's not too far. I wouldn't mind meeting up with him.
He's a good dude. We were walking around NRAM, and I seen him, and we had never met. And I said, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he saw my name thing, and he says, "Oh, hey, man, how you doing?" And he says, "Man, we're on our way up front. We're gonna do a G-Web's patch picture." I said, "Man, I don't have one." He turns around and says, "Here, take this one off my backpack." Just hands me a G-Web's patch.
Yeah.
The bitch of it is we got lost, and if we've never been to that place, very easy to get lost. We couldn't find where the media room was, where we got our passes, because we just kept taking. We didn't make the picture. Oh well.
Was that the what was that, the NRA convention? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to that, but I couldn't get the days off to go to it just because I've never been. And I thought it might be a pretty fun thing to do, but I heard a lot of guys had a lot of good fun out there. So
it's a lot to do in one day. I can tell you that. It's 15 acres total of display area. Crazy.
Yeah.
But no, my brother Derek and he lives north of Columbus. I live up Norwalk area toward the lake and everything. And I drove down to his house the night before, and Indianapolis is not that far from Columbus. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, we'll get up, we'll go. And we got there, I don't know, a couple hours after it opened, but we stayed all day. And I tell you, we walked around, we met people, did a couple interviews, and it's a lot to take in one day. Gunpowder was there, met her finally, and her and a bunch of other people. But man, yeah, it's a lot to take in. But yeah, it was just weird meeting Budget there, and then come find out he's with all the other people. He's with Gunpowder and Roll Call and everybody, and they you guys did a B&B, didn't you? Gunpowder?
Excuse me.
Okay, where'd you go?
And
yeah, I think they all got together on a Airbnb or something and all stayed.
I think she went to unmute and then knocked herself out, so I had to watch for her to come back. There's
she's on her phone. So.
Yeah, Jayhawk said if you haven't heard the news, Portland. Speaking of, I think mayor came out and is actually backing Antifa or something like that. And
That's the last part.
basically what he said was, looks like it's going to open almost full rights for them to assault and do what they do to, you know.
I missed everything you said except for backing Antifa.
Yeah, you're roboting a little bit, Ohio.
Oh, oh, okay. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was saying was the Portland mayor basically came out. Yeah, she's having trouble.
Yeah, she's mobile, so.
I'm gonna take you home fast, y'all.
You get home safe.
Well, if I heard you correctly, Ohio Wolverine, the Portland mayor is pretty much giving Antifa free reign. Not shocked at all about that. I mean, Portland is pretty much like Antifa's headquarters at this point. It's like every rally that happens in Portland or Seattle or really anywhere west of Denver seems to have Antifa pouring into it, and they get free reign of doing whatever they want to do. And Portland's probably the worst place of all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Portland mayor and Portland police are basically an arm of Antifa at this point, because neither one of them will do anything about them.
Hey, you know what? That wasn't the first time I've heard Portland, Oregon is pretty. Man, and I hate to use the word liberal because extreme, maybe I guess could be the correct response to that. But I've heard Portland's pretty extreme as far as political beliefs and all that shit.
Very.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what gets me is you see a lot of the Antifa and a lot on the left get away with a lot. But the minute one right wing group does something, oh man, it's all over the news, and oh my God, conservative, blah blah. Mm-hmm. We know how it goes.
I mean, Antifa, the left can go out and firebomb an entire an entire building, and nobody bats an eye. One right winger burns a cross in somebody's yard, and all of a sudden it's racism. I mean,
yeah,
really.
No, there's a clear. It's obvious. Like as soon as let's say the what's the guy's name, Jeffrey guy, Democrat, right? So what if anybody else was doing that stuff? I mean, it'd be like just hail raining down, but yet the only investigation is to his death. Like I guess there's an investigation going on as well, but the media is only focusing on just his death. Like how that's a hot topic. Well, it is hot topic. I get it. I mean, that's only recent news, but there's a clear difference in how the media portrays right and left, and it's blatantly obvious.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you look at most mass media, they're left. They're left leaning. MSNBC is probably the worst. CNN, yep, right behind them. You know what I mean? It's like Fox isn't all that right. You know what I mean? They try to be right leaning, but I think they do point out more of the right side point of view. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
that
totally right.
That Shepherd guy is, I forget his full first name or whatever, but he's or Shepherd Smith or whatever his name is.
Smith,
he's terrible. Oh, great. Hold on.
Baby. Is that your ringtone? Oh my God. Mine just sounds like a phone. I don't get into fancy ringtones.
I'm
How embarrassing.
probably laughing a little
Ring, man. I hear music, I'll probably go, I'm going to go back.
I'm used to hearing that ringtone that sounds like the old Atari, you know, with his spaceship shooting something.
Yeah.
I never heard that one from his phone.
Oh, we're showing our age talking Atari. I remember when my neighbor got the first Atari, you know, and had like 3 games. You know, it was so expensive back then, and now it's nothing. But it's like everything else. Heck, look at the phones and the computers we're using. 20 years ago, that was like, wow, so powerful. Now it's nothing.
I still had my Nintendo.
Did you hear why Atari went down? Like, I don't know if it's legit, but apparently they were stuffing drugs in their systems. Maybe not them, maybe someone in there in the Atari employment there, but apparently they were.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, they were packing their systems full of drugs and shipping them somewhere, and people, whatever establishment was buying it, and that's how they went down.
Right. Somebody working at Atari would put them in there and make sure that those were going to wherever they needed to be shipped, and whoever got them would take them back apart, take the drugs out.
Yeah, man, if you need some dope, just order an Atari, and the secret password is dude, the bro.
I wonder how many people got Ataris back in the 80s and by mistake found out that there was drugs in, you know what I mean? Like that one slipped through the crack.
Hey dude, my Atari's not working, but I'm high as hell.
I was just gonna say, the thing gets hot and starts cooking off the cocaine, you know.
How do you think
McDonald's drive-through and ask for a happy meal?
How do you think some of us stayed up all night to play video games?
Yeah, there you go.
Video games are so stimulating.
Right. Yeah. Got that high score. Got the high score on Laser Blast. I don't know about you guys, but video games, I feel like going out and shooting a bunch of people. Is that how you feel when you play video games?
Apparently, that's what the media says, so it has to be true.
Okay.
That's what I was.
It's on the internet. It's got
60% of adults play video games. There it is.
I'm the 40% then, because I haven't played a video game. When I got my first computer in like '98, I got into playing on the computer, and of course, as a kid, Atari, that guy. Never really had gaming system, but yeah, I found out that I could waste a lot of time playing games.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Matt?
Yeah.
All right, so I do have something to say about that. As far as so there's talk on in media and right and left about video games making people violent and stimulating people to commit crimes or to be violent because the video game is violent. Do I believe that? No. But I have a problem with hypocrisy. And the hypocrisy is the same people that say video games can't cause people to be violent, right? Are the same people that say don't show the active shooter's face, name, and story online or on media because it inspires people to copy him. So
exactly,
you can't have it both ways. Either the outside influence inspires you to do these things, or it does not.
So you're saying is basically that video games inspire, and basically the hype of the active shooter inspires.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
the comparison.
Yeah, the comparison. If people, a lot of the same people that say video games are innocent in this are the same people that say that publicly talking about the active shooters inspire people to copy them. Well, how can you have it both ways?
I'm sure there were people like this when it was only newspaper. There were people like this when the radio came out. There were people like this when MTV came out. That, oh my gosh, you're going to give people a bad impression and you're going to make them want to blow shit up. And there's always been people saying,
Yeah. Well, first they
Well,
blame Marilyn Manson. They
Marilyn
blame,
Manson for Columbine, yeah.
yeah. So I'm glad you brought music into this because let's face it, music does inspire. Music does set a tone in your life. You can sit down and play a music, and you can just feed off of that music, and that will set your mood for that day or
I
whatever.
got the only speeding ticket I've ever had was a certain song on the radio.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all done that. Sammy Hagar, I can't drive 55. Next thing you know, you're getting pulled over.
That's it.
I'm a musician, so yeah, I know all about music and influence and kind of thing. And yeah, well, you know, you're right on the hypocrisy thing. The other thing I was going to say too is, you know, out of the population, how many people play video game? You know, what do you call it? Active role player. Yeah. In other words, you're running
First-person shooter games.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of all those people, let's just say there's 100 of them. I mean, we know there's more. Let's say one of them might be a little batshit crazy. It might affect the way they think, but that's one person out of 100. So to blame video games, I know a lot of people that play. I know a lot of people that are shooters that play. They're not batshit crazy. They're not gonna. It's not influencing. They just enjoy it. I know people that aren't shooters that aren't violent. You know.
You know why most shooters play shooter video games? Because they want to shoot the guns that they're not at the range with right now. Like you play Call of Duty to shoot the guns that you own, and you're like, right. You know, you can be like, oh yeah, I own this gun. It's fun. It was the same thing with like Gran Turismo. People want to drive cars that they own, so Gran Turismo started putting cars that normal people own in the video game.
I drove the piss out of the Mitsubishi Eclipse in that video game, so, and my wife had one, so
that stimulated people that wanted to basically drive the cars that they own. And so with video games, a lot of guys that play first-person shooters pick the AR because most people own AR, and we shoot the AR in the video games because it makes us happy because that's what we do in real life. We actually go shoot. That being said, you know, you can have these guys that go commit these crimes and peanut butter will piss them off enough to shoot somebody. You know what I mean? Like there's no real way to put a finger on what's causing this, but some people are just broken from the factory. You know, you can't say that music caused this. Music does change people's mentality when they're listening to it, but it's not going to drive somebody to commit something that's solely wrong in the belief that if life is something worth something to you, you won't do these things. You know what I mean? If life is something to you, you won't just take life. So
yeah,
to say that there's one thing that drives this is really hard to try to find where to put that finger because there is no real way to put that finger.
Well, we could start by being nice to other people. You know, when you're sitting like in school, when you have the one kid that everyone picks on sitting at the table eating lunch by himself, fucking sit down and eat lunch with him. Get to know the kid.
But and you know what? You know the part about that is that's basically using that example. I know why you use that, but in that same sense, there's been some of the shooters were not so underdogs. You know what I mean? There's some of those guys that were not so underdogs. So like the guy that sits at a table, that's basically saying, I better be nice to him because he might go shoot this place up. Well, it's not really the case because in all reality, it comes down to, you know, well, I really don't know what it comes down to. I'm just really
right. Well, I mean, we've all seen the movie with Michael Douglas falling down. You know what I mean? It finally just fucking snapped. So much of we don't know what other people are going through at the time we run into them. You know, if someone's acting like a fool in the line at Taco Bell, you might think, man, that fucker, he's an asshole or whatever. But that might be like the third or fourth thing that's happened to him, and Taco Bell fucked his order up again, like they do every goddamn time he goes in there. And now, you know, his wife left him this morning. His kids don't want to talk to him on the phone. He gets to work, finds out he got laid off. So now he's on his way back to his house, and he stops at Taco Bell, and they fucked up his order. So there's, you know, we don't know what's going through people.
Yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back.
And don't forget his dog ran away too.
Right. So now he can write a fucking country song about it.
Yeah.
If your day is that bad, if your day is already that bad as you just described, Ohio Wolverine, and you stop at Taco Bell at the end of it, you have nobody but yourself to blame for being that pissed off.
Because your morning is going to be even worse.
Toxic hell. Yes. Gunpowder, by the way,
Yeah.
I couldn't see it in the car, but that is Smurf blue, okay? I mean, that is a blue.
But
Perfect.
Hey, Smurf, that was mine. And Smurf you, buddy. Smurf you.
Smurf you.
I ain't say I just didn't realize. Wow.
here, I'm gonna match you. Here we go. I got blue hair
That's
too.
my girl right there. That's my girl.
Hey,
No, I've seen you dye your hair different colors. It was in the car. I couldn't see it. I hadn't seen it. And it's like, wow, that is blue.
Yeah, it's different. I've gone through a lot of like multiple colors, and this time my hair looks so ridiculous. I never saw how bad it was before, and I went a couple of days looking ridiculous. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna do whatever I got in the trunk. We'll figure it out.
Just be careful. You try and dye it something else. It'll turn out some like glow in the dark color or something, you know.
Well, it was funny because I had dyed it ultra ash blonde, and where I still had the bleach blonde, it looked like a sea foam green. So I was like, it can't get any worse than this right now. So we'll just figure something out.
Well, you know, you might notice that I don't have much hair to dye anyway, so don't worry about it. I think back in my youth when the hair was down to my shoulders, and I had that hair. Now if hair touches my ear, it drives me nuts. So, yeah. Don't have much left anyway. Keep it short. Don't care.
Oh, that's okay. I got it that short on this side.
Oh. That's interesting. That's only like blue on the
On one
outside?
side and around the back.
Oh, okay. That's
See, Matt, I told you a few months ago when you threatened about leaving YouTube and changing your videos, I told you to do like hair makeup tutorials.
Well,
Remember
I just found out that like the dude has the longest hair in this room.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I it's probably showing now. Man, I tell you, I got older and hair went from the top of my head to every place I didn't need it or want it. So
Okay, we're getting too personal now. We're talking about your body hair.
I'm just saying, hair. I wish I still had the full head like I used to, but nope.
Okay, so yeah, Ohio. I'm in a pretty pissed off mood with like gun owners in general right now, just because of the pretty much mass reaction of the dude in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Because like when I approach a situation like that, right? I hear, okay, dudes, the dudes in Missouri in Walmart in body armor. Is he breaking the law? No. Is he within his rights?
No.
Yes. Did he hurt somebody? No. Did he threaten somebody? No. Why are people mad at you again? Like,
I can answer that in one simple instant. Are you ready? Go to kill a spider and have somebody tickle your ear. Dude, seriously, if you're going to kill a spider and somebody tickles your ear, and you're like, mother, are you? Okay, so prime example. Mass shootings are happening, and it's in everybody's face right now. This guy shows up in body armor, and you're like, dude, seriously, I get what you're doing. Don't be a dick. Like, the guy that's tickling your ear is a dick.
Yeah. Well, another thing that I found out, Matt, after I posted that and everything, another thing I did find out that he specifically bought that rifle just to do that.
well, yeah, he hadn't even bought sights yet. I don't know if you noticed the picture, but there was no sights on that rifle.
that's as bad.
I mean, was it kind of stupid? Probably, it was probably stupid. But was he within his rights? Yes, he was.
Yes.
Now let's turn to the concealed carrier. Everyone's making him a hero, but did he did he violate that other guy's rights for drawing down on him, or were they both exercising their rights?
I think there was a Western standoff going on there, making sure that everybody was okay. And when this dude, the concealed carrier, the firefighter, drew his weapon and was like, "Hey, listen, dude, there's spiders around here. Okay, so I want to make sure you're good." And he's like, "Yeah, we're good.
Don't tickle my ear."
First of all, don't go making a publicity thing after all of this shit went down, knowing everybody's on edge. You know, that's why I use the spider concept of it. Everybody is on edge right now. I get what you're doing, and it's just like those guys that roam around before all of this was going on, and they would have AR-15s on their back. Cops would stop them and be like, "Hey, man, I just want to see your paperwork. You good? Great. I like what you're doing. You're good. Carry on."
Or am I being detained? Am I being detained? I know my rights. All that bullshit. Those videos.
Yeah, the cops cool shit.
As much as they are in their right to do that stuff, do you guys think it makes other gun owners look bad when people are out doing that?
The media does. The media does.
The media does.
Yeah.
That's something that has pissed me off the most is other gun owners, the same people that have for relentlessly told anti-gunners that you don't have a right to feel safe, are now saying the same thing about this open carry guy in Missouri, going, "Well, he's freaking people out." And for the last 10 years, you've told people they don't have a right to feel safe. And sorry about your hurt feelings, you freaking snowflake.
Yeah, your feelings don't supersede my rights.
Yes.
I think it was just a bad timing move. Like he did this for whatever his personal reason. I really honestly, I haven't looked into it, but I could see that the dude didn't mean any harm at all. I mean,
here's the thing. He walks in. He's got the gun on, right?
Yeah.
But he grabs a cart, so he's pushing a cart and he's holding the phone. So he's live streaming, pushing a cart. It wasn't like he was walking around pointing at people.
Mm-hmm.
He was pushing a cart on the phone.
Prime example. You know when the whole like 9/11 went down and the dude walked around with a freaking RPG on his back with fucking sheets on his, wearing sheets like a terrorist. Okay, so what happened? Cops got called. Same incident. You don't do that as soon as something is going down like that people are going to be like, "Hey, this guy's carrying around an RPG, looks like a terrorist, and we should probably call somebody." Same thing happened in that situation. And I get what you're saying, Matt. Like, dude was totally in his rights. He was totally in his rights to do so because in Missouri, it's totally a thing. Bad timing. I
did a lot of research on the laws there in Missouri too. You only have to be 19 to open carry in Missouri. They're a constitutional state.
That's like having an annoying friend like poking you and saying, "Oh, I just want to see what you're gonna do." Well, you just found out. I just smacked you. Like, bad timing. You know what I mean?
Throat punch him.
Now, let me throw this curveball at you. There had been, just in the last 2 weeks prior to that Walmart shooting in El Paso, right? There had been, that was the fourth Walmart shooting in 2 weeks. The other ones didn't make the news because it was just like a disgruntled employee went in and shot a person. But that was the fourth Walmart shooting in 2 weeks. I can make the argument that the dude just went in prepared.
Totally.
Yeah.
No,
exactly. I don't want to be the next victim at a Walmart shooting, so I'm going to protect myself while I'm at Walmart.
Yeah.
Everything.
Can we all agree though that that's a rarity? Like to see somebody dressed like that is somewhat of a rarity.
The point I was going to make is, Matt, I agree with you. I agree with you. Steve, I agree with you. Bad timing. Is it all right? Yes, it is. Did that guy get arrested? I heard the firefighter drew on him. Did he get arrested for anything? Was he breaking any law?
He got arrested for what, terroristic threats or something like that?
Yeah, he's getting charged with terroristic threats.
I would think it'd be more of creating panic. But
he didn't induce the panic. The Walmart manager induced the panic by pulling the fire alarm.
And you can't yell fire in a crowded place.
Right.
He may have been arrested and being charged with that. Will it stick? Probably not.
Right. Well,
do you think that they do you think they charged him with that to like hype it up and centralize it or whatever? But knowing that it would never stick.
it's not
It was maybe, but they had to respond to something, and to respond to that, you have to have paperwork that says why you're responding. So, in adjusting and conversating with this guy, they probably was like, okay, listen, here's the deal. This is what you're being charged with. Go to court, get a lawyer, have fun, good luck.
Yeah.
Now you've seen what happens when you're like, I just want to see what happens. Dude, that's what happened. Like, really bad timing. Like, people walk into Walmarts with drop leg holsters, usually don't have a problem. But after something like this, showing up in full gear, you know what I mean? Like, what? You want to see what happens? You saw what happens. The general public is not me, you, everybody on this panel. General public is not that. We are very few and far in between. There's your general fuds out there that own guns and stuff like that. But if you see somebody walking around, you yourself will question, what's going on with that guy?
I wanted to comment earlier, and it got heated. People are not heated, but conversed. Me as a concealed carry every day, over 10 years now, everywhere, every day, other than places I don't give a shit about what something says on the front of a Family Dollar, or it doesn't matter. But anyway, when it's federal buildings, of course I'm not, and I don't go into those. I maybe in the past
just don't go into a place that has metal detectors and you'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go. Unless you got a Glock 7 with a porcelain frame. No, my point is this: as a concealed carry guy, if I saw that, if I was in the front and I seen this guy walk in, now if the AR is slung on his back, and I see him go get a cart, I'm gonna walk up and go, "What's up, man?"
You keep an eye on him.
Well, I'm gonna talk to him because I'm armed too, and his gun's on his back. I'm gonna. Now, if I'm shopping and see him pushing a cart with a gun on the back, I'll probably do the same thing. If I see him walking around the store, even if the gun's on his back and he's just walking around, that's when I'm really going to keep an eye on him. If I see him walking around the store with a gun in his hands, I'm probably going to shoot him.
You know why this is all making, why we're all talking about this? Is because it made the news. The dude was walking around with an AR on his back. Yep. Nobody that owns guns was like, this guy's probably a threat. Nobody was thinking that, except for the one firefighter that wanted to make sure that everything was good. Maybe he was a little paranoid, understandably, under the circumstances. People are on edge right now. People are so far on edge right now that you can't practice your Second Amendment rights
right
openly. You can't. Like, it's a thing now. We're so pushed to the corner right now, and every person that owns guns right now is such a bad person that doing something like that is going to cause us to talk about why he did that. In all reality, why he did that? Because he wanted to see what happened.
I think he did it to prove a point, but then again, maybe he did it for publicity. You're exactly right. Them charging him with that crime. You know something, Steve, you're in law enforcement. You know that half the things that they charge people with get dropped or lowered, or they go for the most extreme thing they can.
It's almost like we have our own suicide bombers now,
Wait a minute. I have to address something real quick. Mike DeLucia just sent me a text. He said, I'm showing no love for the people in the outside chat. And I have to explain that.
I haven't been watching.
I've been having a delay issue and a problem. It must be my Wi-Fi or something. I've been pulling the Mikey D delay roboting stuff quite frequently.
Big time.
So I've only got StreamYard up. I have nothing else up. I'm trying to watch it on my phone, but it's very hard to do both with how small it is on my phone. So, Mike, I'm not ignoring you. Hey, brother. There, I addressed it. I know you're feeling kind of hurt and kind of lonely right now, but nothing but love, brother.
Man, I could write a song.
I did send you a link if you.
I was gonna say,
write a song out of that, man.
Hey, man.
Wait a minute.
maybe Mike should join in so that he can be part of it. You know.
Yeah, it sounds like a country song. Like, you
Oh,
know,
this thing's so out
my
of tune.
friends won't talk to me on the chat.
My friend won't talk to me in chat.
Oh, it's so out of tune. I better quit playing it.
Ohio, Mike.
Right. We're,
Ohio. I'm willing to sit in the truck for a while if anyone ever needs to jump on.
well, if he comes in here, we'll let you go to the truck, okay? But he hasn't even come up. I haven't seen him in the bottom here, so he's only out in the
trying
panel.
right now. He's got to wipe his tears and get it together.
He said, "Oh, stop." I see that.
Are we only allowed 6 in StreamYard?
You're right, unless you want to. If you want to pay the money, you send me the money. I'll do the monthly thing.
How's
Yeah,
that?
you can pay.
How many can you do? How much does it cost to go to the next level?
I think the basic is like $25 a month. I think, and I'm not paying that. Sorry, it's not that important to me.
More than my motorcycle insurance.
Yeah, I was gonna say for how much I pay for memberships and things. Yeah, no, come on, insurance and that's dumb. But I'm just curious. So if you do the pay thing, how many can you have? Unlimited or?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really haven't looked into it. I don't know if anybody. I read the little thing today. I was looking at it today, and I clicked on it, and it was like $25. You get this, and it had all the things that you get, and it was basically it was still 6 people on your panel, but where it says powered by StreamYard up in the corner, that disappears, and then you can put your logo up there, and then everybody else in the panel can see the YouTube comments coming through, not just me. So it doesn't seem like you get a whole lot for paying more, than the free.
Oh, speaking of free, have you ever done a giveaway on your channel?
Have I done a giveaway? Yeah, I've done several.
You want to do one right now?
What, you want to give one? You want to give something away? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Well, I'm moving soon, so I got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So, you guys might know I'm sponsored by gun adapters, so I got like a bunch of gun adapters laying around for your shotgun.
Oh, those gun, dude! I entered that contest that you had for the ones that rolled up, and like the whole packet had everything.
And it's not a plug at all. I just have I'm not going to use them all. Like I only have 2 hands, so. If you want to do a giveaway,
that's fine.
On your live stream.
Is it okay? I got a question. Am I that far off, or is everyone putting numbers in the chat already for some reason?
Yeah, we're
I just seen that. I was over there, and I'm like, everybody's posting these numbers. We're in the chat. There should be a delay in YouTube, and they're posting all these numbers. I'm like, what? Someone said, pick a number between 1 and 100. Nobody said that. What are you doing?
I didn't plug anything.
So how do you want to do it, my man? You want to do it by like pick a number, or do you want to do it another way, or what?
It's your call, man. Usually when I get on a chat, and I've been drinking, obviously, I'm like, fuck it, let's give some shit away.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and pick a winner right now. The winner, as long as they have a channel name that starts with an O, they win. Okay? Who's out there that starts with an O?
Hey,
Okay. Let me pull up my phone here. I'll look at the chat and let's.
And we don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying, like maybe we should do something like at the end of the chat or something like that.
Well, we can do it right now. It's no big deal. What I will do is.
Well, let me find something to give away. Hold on, man.
Okay, you find something to give away. Man, they were quick to jumping in there and typing in the numbers.
Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at them going, what? Nobody said anything.
We went from like 37 comments for the chat to like 200 comments in 30 seconds.
Funny, I was about to say I already got a number in my head, and then I see Steve post a number, and I'm like, oh, quick! I better start putting my numbers in. I think that's what Mike Delusion does.
I should probably
a knife.
Yeah, I should probably find something to write a number down with on a piece of paper. That way we can prove that.
It's rigged.
prove that it's not rigged.
I'm gonna change my channel name to something that starts with an O.
Gunpowder, baby.
I can change our Ohio Armament and Axes.
You mean
Yeah, Ohio.
you mean my channel?
Oh, my channel.
I'll tell you what. I got some random stuff laying around here that I
like that big owl.
What else I can find? Hang on. Okay. I didn't want to just do like one thing, so I got stuff I'm trying to just get rid of because, like I said, I'm
You're just walking around grabbing stuff.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you what. If you want to send me something, you can send me anything that's one of those strike hard Mosin stuff that you got. You know.
I used to have. I only have one of those, and it's on something that I use a lot. But stand by because I might be able to get something within a couple of weeks. So maybe we can do something then.
Okay, that looks like a pretty good product. You've tested the hell out of it. You've had it on your shit for a long time.
Dude, I stand by strike hard stuff, and they've gone through some hard times over the Trump slump, and they have literally consolidated or like condensed their business to like they got rid of a lot of stuff, and they're so small right now. Like they need customers. Like they make really good stuff too, and they stopped making their AK-47 Chesters. Matt, did you have one of their AK? I thought you might have had. Okay, so maybe it was somebody else.
No, I tried to make a deal with them for doing some reviews for them, stuff like that. If they wanted to get some stuff out, right? Because not many people were doing stuff with them, and they never seemed interested, so it just never went anywhere.
What time frame was that? What year was that?
Like 6 years ago or 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, was it for the AK chest rig?
It was just a general inquiry, like, here's some of the reviews I've done. This is about how many views I get, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And, if you want to do something, let's do something type of thing.
I got you. I didn't know if it was recently because recently they actually got rid of actual like strike hard gear and they have moved to like just an Amazon store because and I don't know if I should be releasing this or not, but they only have a few things that strike hard actually makes anymore. So anyway, getting back into so here's what I have. I found some stuff. Let's do a Condor pistol mag pouches, brand new. Just opened the pack, threw them on a battle belt, and was like, all right, this could work. I got a gun adapters 12 gauge to 20 gauge. And okay, let's throw in this flash hider. Standard flash hider. You do the giveaway however you want.
Okay, well what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down a number right now. And we'll do there's how many people out there watching? It's like 14 people out there, probably some of those are us, so we'll do 1 through 50, and I will pick a number.
I was going to say, I'd throw in a logo sticker and maybe a patch or something. I got all kinds of swag I got from all different places, but I'd throw something in there.
Hey, you do that.
Yeah. We'll get at each other.
What we'll do is... we'll just have whoever wins. We'll have them contact you guys by email or something, and then you can send it out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I will post the word zombie in the chat, and once you see the word zombie, you guys can start going, and I'll look for the numbers. I have the magic number written down right here.
I'm going to go post what the magic number is.
Well, I mean, you don't know what it is, so get in there.
What is it? What's it between 1 and 100?
1 and 50.
Well, I'm glad you told us that because I was going to guess like 3,672, but.
Yeah, so the number doesn't count till you hit zombie, right?
We have a winner already. Alpha Beta Male. Alpha Beta Male.
I was trying to change my screen name to something that starts with an O. All right.
And because he picked 33, and that's the number I wrote down.
What made you pick 33?
It's Larry Bird's jersey number.
Wow. How old
Go,
is he now?
go
Like
sports.
75?
Go sports, Matt. Go sports, Matt.
Fuck it.
So I've never been on this format before, on this chat. How do you... Can I link my channel or a Facebook so they can get a hold of me?
You know what? Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Facebook is best. And I'll do it in the... Let's see. I'll do it in the...
Let's just see.
I'll do it in the private chat, and you can just repost that, or however you want to do it. But
I can put the link in the chat.
Yeah. Go ahead and put it in the private chat, and then Shalish will drop your link into the outside chat there. That way they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, don't you gotta be a mod to be able to drop links like that or something? I don't know.
Yeah, she's a mod.
She's
Okay, Zombies Are Us Outdoors on YouTube.
Yes.
Or Facebook.
Okay.
Are you on the Facebook thing?
Yeah, Facebook. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
The name of the Facebook page is Zombies Are Us on YouTube. Correct.
That's it.
And there we go.
Contact me there, and I'll get your winnings shipped out.
Congratulations to Alpha Beta Male. Oh wait, he donates to me because I have a crush on him. No. No. You know what? If you want to pass it forward, that's fine, but don't pass it forward to me.
I'll tell you what, Ohio, I'll send you a couple of
Stalkers
adapters laying around too.
I love gay Ohio. Jeez, guys. Let's see. So Alpha Beta Male, if you want to pay that forward, that's fine. Pick somebody else out there in the chat or somebody else on the panel here besides me or Zombie. Stalker Steve.
Yeah,
okay.
you can't afford it.
Stalker Steve.
He just paid it forward.
Yeah, he paid it forward to Stalker Steve. So Stalker Steve, send Zombies Are Us a message there on the Facebook.
Well, good for you, man. Good
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
The Facebooks.
The Facebook on the line.
Yeah, and
Got to get out there on the line.
I wouldn't have
you-
Facebook if it wasn't for my channel.
You got Steve's link info, don't you, Ohio? If you do, let me know. I'll make sure you get some stickers from me and maybe some other stuff because I got a lot of crap that I've got sent.
Oh yeah.
So, you asked about giveaways earlier. I've done one at our 500. It went to trying to remember his name, Gun Doctor TV, down in Kentucky. I was just giving away the Mini 50 I won, and some empty brass from Tyven's 50 cal, and I had so much stuff. I just threw all this other shit in the box and said, "Here, head." Yeah, but he did a video on it. It was pretty cool.
Shalice, you see that? He says that you have his info. Wink. So Shalice has his info. So I guess if he wants you to give it to Zombies, that's fine. If you want to do it that way, after we get off the air or whatever.
I put my email address in there for Alpha Beta for the winner, but he paid it forward to Steve.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah,
I like how everybody's calling you Zombie.
it sticks. Some reason Hey, you know what? That was my screen name a long time ago when YouTube said that you couldn't have a random name. You had to actually have your name. And so I changed mine to Zombies Are Us just to see what would happen if they would delete my channel or not. And they didn't, and it stuck. So then I just abbreviated it to ZRUS.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
I've been calling you Zombie since 2002, or 2012. Not
Yeah.
2002, but 2012.
I started in, I'd have to check my channel, but I think it's been about 7 years ago. Just kind of, messing around. And my first video was on a Mosin Nagant that I cut down and bubbled the shit out of it. And everyone was like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, I like the way this is going. I'll make another video. And then I made another video and another one. And well, it progressed into this. And tell you what, I'm just going to keep on doing this until YouTube kicks me out.
Which won't be too much longer.
Nah, because I still do. If a company sends me a link, you're not supposed to put any links in there that have to do with selling of firearms or firearms accessories. I still do it. I don't care.
Oops, I do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if this company wants to do that for me, I'm going to put their link in there. And if I get kicked out, I'm done. Screw it. I've had my fun with it.
Well, a lot of people are putting, like, they'll do a review on a product that like I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I've got this Fiatchi company sending me stuff, and I'm doing reviews on it and testing their product for them. And here's they sent me that. I was out at Chris's range when we shot at. This actually held up pretty good for me. I like this. It's going to stay on my AR. This red dot they sent me, I'm going to, it's very comparable to this red dot. This is the Field Sport, like 704 Tactical and Dirt Road. Those guys beat the hell out of this thing. So I paid $19.99 for it, and I've had it for 2 years, and I've beat the hell out of it. It was been on my AR. I'm no longer with the militia, but when I was with the militia outfit during FTXs and stuff, this thing worked perfect. It's very comparable to it, so I'll try it out and see.
Dude, based off his review, I was gonna buy one myself. I put it on the back burner. I just never did so.
But I can't say anything wrong about this little Field Sport. I mean, for $19-20 or whatever, it's worked perfect. It's still got the same battery that came with it, even. And I've left the damn thing on overnight and shit, and forgot about it, and it's still working okay. What I won't do, and I think I burnt one of my bridges on one of the things, is I didn't give it a 5-star review on Amazon, and they asked me why not, and I'm like, because you're not getting a 5-star review for a $50 scope from Amazon. I'd be hesitant to give a $500 scope a 5-star review on Amazon. It's just
right. Do you remember you coming out to the range and I saw the box, and you showed that box a minute ago. I saw that box and I went, oh yeah, that's the same thing that came from a company called OTW. The Chinese guys want those. Yeah, it's okay. Now look at I ordered it Sunday, got it Tuesday yesterday. Did a video on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little micro red dot. Probably looks a lot like yours. The only reason I went with this one, it's like upside down. I did a really quick unboxing video.
Yeah.
It came with like a 1-inch riser, yada yada. The only reason I went with that one is that it had a 2 MOA dot, which is smaller. It was $29. You go watch the unboxing video. I say right in the video, I like to get this budget stuff and put it through its paces. Let's see what it does. And 704 does a great job on doing that, and that's what I'm going to do too. Because why not? Well, $29. Let's. I'm putting it on the high point, dude.
This is the field sport that we put on your high point that day.
Yeah, and we shot it. It was nowhere near zeroed, but it was fun.
Right. Well, yeah.
Honestly, it helps. Not like this one, so yeah, it's probably the same company, just like OTW and Fiat. Matter of fact, somebody left a comment on the video saying, "Wow, that looked just like the Fiatchi that I got," and I went, "Well," and I had to type, "Well, so does Ohio Wolverines scope."
Yeah, I think they're all made the same damn company or same damn factory. They just put different names on the boxes, but so far this has held up very good. This is the scope I have on my 6.5 Creedmoor. That is a $40 scope from TWOD, TWOD. that's also the same company from a Finland or whatever that they
Yeah.
contacted me. I actually paid for that scope and bought it. It wasn't sent to me. And you see me use that scope out there at
Thunder Valley. Yeah.
Thunder Valley on that 6.5. So we were getting yards, no
Well,
problem, hitting 12 by 12. But I was also doing that with the Mosin too. Ryan,
Hey,
that
remember
I got a story for you there. We went to Thunder Valley Ranch, and I took my Mosin Nagant out there, and I was hitting 12 by 100 yards with open sights. So there's nothing wrong with the Mosin Nagant,
No, there's nothing wrong with that rifle. Do you remember when we were shooting it at my range, and I was hitting that little tiny target, the spinner, and you're like, now you're just showing off?
Oh yeah.
That was the first time I'd shot that rifle, and it's like, oh man, this thing is a shooter. You were talking scopes. The scope that I put on my AR that I shot there at Thunder Valley, that's a center point made by Cap, so it cost me like $70. And I was bringing 12 by 12 inch steel plated 1,000 yards with it, and it's still going strong. So that's the thing. A lot of people think, oh my God, you're going to pay all this money, and sometimes you do pay for a name. So
What you got? What was that, Matt?
What?
The red dot?
Oh, primary arms.
I got some stink on primary arms. So I got, and this is why I haven't made my video on them yet. I got two primary arms that I bought on Amazon. They are both they're both primary arms. They're not Chinese knockoffs. They were literally bought from primary arms on Amazon. Both of them will intermittently just go off. Both of them. Like I'll go through a couple hundred rounds, 25 rounds, get it shut off. I'll tap it a couple times, tighten down the battery knob, and it will go off again. I contacted them and I was like, hey man, I bought this about a year ago. I've been shooting through rounds, not aggressive rounds, just 22, 223, stuff like that. They were like, send it back in. You're out of warranty, but we'll try to fix it. And if we can't fix it, sorry. So I never sent it back in, but I can tell you this. Both of them have the same exact issue for my primary arms, which is why I've never done a video on them yet. And now I could have sent it back to them and said like, hey, okay, good luck. And then if they would have sent it back and say, well, we fixed it, we found this was the reason or that was the reason. I just never pursued it because I would have had to pay the shipping to get it back to them. So it's like, how long have you had that one?
I can say this, and it depends on the company. I can't remember. I think it's a Simmons or a Bushnell. I can't remember. It's in Kansas City. That's where they're based. It's a low-end scope I bought. The reticle actually, okay, it's supposed to be this way and this way. It went, so it's like this. You know what I mean? I called them and I said, this is what happened. Is this under warranty? They said, absolutely, send it back. Never got around to it, but I know that it's lifetime. That was nothing I did. That shouldn't have happened.
So this one here is about 3 years old, 2 years old maybe.
Is that the RGB2?
It's the second. Yeah, it's this. I believe so. Oh, it's the RBG2. Yes.
That's what I got. Two of them.
So this one's about 2 years old. The one that was on here, the one that was on this rifle that I took off, so I put the scope on it. I've had that one for 4 years. It's got about 9,000 rounds through it. It's the first gen, the one before this one, and I've never had it. Matter of fact, I think I've only had to replace the battery once, and then I have the
Mikey D.
I have the same RBG2 on the SBR over here and it's got about 2,000 rounds through it, and I haven't had a flicker.
Yeah, I probably don't have 2,000 rounds on it, I just have 1 year's worth of turning it on and off and using it here and there. And
now these and it's not. I've had it happen to a couple different ones. That this rotating style of instead of the on off, because they have a version that just has on off button and that's buttons, and then that's how you do the high low. That these have contacts.
Yeah. I thought it was that. I honestly thought it was that. So I would try to find, I would try to rotate it, and I'd switch it to a different power, and I'd keep on going. Nothing would help.
Oh.
And all of a sudden I'd shoot, and it wouldn't, and it would come back on. So then sometimes I'd shoot, I'd stop, nothing would happen. It would be off, and I'd hit it, and it'd come back on. What I found is that if I took the rubber O-ring out, that keeps it waterproof, and I tightened that thing all the way down, it stayed on for 100 rounds of 22. These were shutting off at 22 LR. Like it wasn't a recoil thing. It wasn't like a jarring thing. They would just shut off. So I don't know.
Weird. Yeah. So the one that came off that rifle I held up is my oldest one, and that one. So I've had two. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had 5 total, right? 4 of them still exist. 1 does not. It died. It died because the front lens popped out of it. That had about probably 10,000 rounds through it on an AK. And it finally just kind of died. Like I said,
round count. That's a good round count to retire on.
I was just going to say 5,000 rounds from an AK.
No, 10.
10.
Oh, yeah, they kick around. So,
the rifle, the AR I held up earlier, that's the gen before this, the one that was on that has about 5,000 rounds on it of 223. And then this one has a couple thousand rounds on it, and that one has a couple thousand rounds on it. But now age-wise, this one and that one, this one's a couple years old. That one's a few months old. The one that was on that AR I held up earlier was 4 years old. And then that other one that had, like I said, around 10,000 rounds of AK on it, that one was probably 6 years old, something like that.
I just found it weird that both of them, and I bought them both the same day. I just found it both of them had the same exact issue. So when one went out, I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and put this one on here and pick up where we left off. And eventually they both just kept on doing the same damn thing. I kept replacing batteries. I put Energizer, like high output, whatever batteries, the good stuff. Kept putting that in there, and I'd still have the same issue. And I was like, you know what? Contacted them, and it was like, send it in. You're out of warranty. We'll try to fix it. And then once we do fix it, maybe if we can fix it. And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
I by no means am like, so I try to point people towards Primary Arms because I've had really good luck with them. They've never sponsored anything or given me anything to do such a thing, just because they're budget, and I've had really good luck with them. But you're not the only person with horror stories about them. So it seems like it's like the attack of the budget optic. Sometimes you get lemons, sometimes you don't. I just happen to have really good luck with them. Yeah.
Well, that's all I was wondering, because it's not so budget. It was like $86, for one. So I bought 2. You're looking at, for a blue collar guy, that's a lot of money to spend on red dots. But and then you got these field sports that you can spend $30 on and beat the crap out of them. But in what I've seen so far is that the build quality looks just about the same as a Primary Arms. Even the box, the texting and the what's it called, whatever the painting is on the box, it all looks about the same. It looks cheap. Yeah. But
look at this monstrosity of a beast. This is an old Barska flashlight and laser combo. It's got the red laser underneath. But this thing, I mean, I don't have like a full size pistol. The only thing I have laying around right now is just my car. You guys know the size of a car CM9.
Honestly, though, you could throw that on a rifle and it wouldn't be so darn big.
But this damn thing's half the size of my car.
Yeah, I've seen your car. It's not. Yeah, okay. I asked Steve. He shows up, and I'm like, "How the hell did you fit in that tiny thing?"
Oh, I'm talking my car pistol, not my car that I drive. But my car that I drive is not much bigger. It's not much bigger than my car pistol.
Is it bigger than the TLR1?
That's rather large too.
That's pretty large. Let me grab something and see if I can compare it to.
Go and take a picture of your car.
Quit making fun of my car, man. That's the tactical Hyundai.
I know. You told me the story about 4 guys jumping out in all tactical gear out of the Hyundai. I heard all about it.
Hyundai.
No one expects that.
Ah, exactly.
Oh,
You
and
know,
Ryan,
It's like when my son turbocharged his Beretta. Nobody expected it. They just didn't.
so when I say budget optic, right, of any sort, what I like, so I could buy brand whatever Chinese made that nobody's ever heard of, right, for $15. Under any circumstances, that would be a budget optic. When I say budget optic, I usually mean with the least expensive known name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that was for a lot of people, especially in scopes and red dots, Bushnell,
I was going to say
Bushnell,
Bushnell.
Simmons, Tasco.
Bushnell,
Yep.
Tasco,
Like I said,
obviously the Crossman air rifle version.
First, yeah.
But you know what I mean. But that's
Hey,
where,
I had good luck with Barska scopes, man.
that's where I go with
They were made in Russia, though, not China.
budget. And I don't think when you're talking about a $500, $600, $700 aim point, $80 is budget.
Yeah. No, I actually solely agree with that.
Well, I can tell you this. I'll be dropping the video soon. Steve was there. He shot. You remember, you made the little video on it. I remember that. It's on your channel.
Oh yeah.
The True Glow. It's a little Armor type sight. Our local Fin Feather and Fur had $175 or something on it. 179, and I'm like, I come home, I get online, and I go, oh, I can get it here for 144. Why not? Let's try it. Yeah, $144. That's a little chunk. I had to buy the little adapter. I could dig it out, but I ain't getting in my safe right now. Anyway, I had to buy the little adapter that went in the dovetail, yada yada. And I thought, you know something? For $150, I'm going to put this thing through its paces. And mind you, this isn't sitting on the top of an AR with a bolt. It's on the slide going slam, slam, slam.
Sorry, Mike. I was trying to put this thing on this pistol, Mike. That's why I forgot about you.
Fucking
Well, yeah,
I'm a terrible host, but here's how big this is on that.
you
There's
suck.
a full-size pistol.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
massive.
That's large.
It is massive. Look at that.
That's I mean, the TLR1's a big light, but that's massive, dude.
Yeah.
It's chunky.
I mean, that's
Well, that's a light
But
and
this
a
is a-
laser, so
light and laser, but it's also from like 2011. So, I mean, this was probably top technology back then. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, throw that on a rifle, it wouldn't be so bad, but on a handgun, yeah.
I think in all reality, the light in most of these modern lights are so dense that you really only just need the light, because the laser is going to do the same thing the light's going to do. Usually, if you look through your sights with the light, when you have a light on, your sights are pretty much in the center of that light.
Yeah, if the light's on them, the bullet's probably going to hit them.
Yeah, so like basically, if you have a laser, yeah,
See,
it's pinpoint, but
Well,
light is pretty much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't drop an Olight video every month with a free Olight like other gun channels do.
I have one Olight and I had to pay for it, and I love it. That's the one I was showing off.
Yeah, but it just kills me that they all drop on the same day, and it's the same thing.
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom. Your whole YouTube feed is nothing but Olight extreme.
That's because of Olight, not because of the channels. I've done 3 or 4 Olight videos. I won't do any more, because they say this is what you have to say. They don't necessarily say this is what you have to say, but this is what we want you to say, and this is the day and time we want you to put it out.
I don't like time limits. I don't like time.
Yeah, that won't
First
work
thing
for
I
me.
ever won was a little Olight when I come on YouTube.
I'll tell you this, Olight's fucking great. I have 3 Olights that they've actually sent me, and I've done videos on, and I beat the shit out of them. Like the first Olight video I did, I dropped that thing over and over and over, just trying to get the slow-mo shot over and over and over, and I still use it to this day. So Olight sucks as far as like filling up your feed with Olight. It's because they hit up all these YouTubers, and they're like, "Hey, make this video. By the way, you have to make it within this certain timeline." I don't like timelines.
Yeah, I don't either.
For me to review a product, I have to put it through its paces. I have to throw it in a pool. I have to go and show how bright it is on a dark night. I have to show how great it works in a rainstorm. I have to show what real things that you use it for, how well it works for that. So I don't like timelines, because for me, timelines basically means that I've done it. There was a company that hit me up for a backpack, and they were like, "Here, do this video in 2 weeks." And I was like, probably not going to happen. I'll tell you what I'll do instead. I'll give this backpack to my son, and he'll wear it for a year, and then I'll make the video on it. 6 months later, the entire backpack fell apart. 6 months.
I was going to say this. Steve, Ohio, you dealt with this. People send you, and Gorillas and Guns, Scott got me, and he says, "Hey, these guys, send you stuff." Like, okay. It's like, okay, I'm working how many hours a week, and we're going to send you something, and we want you to, and all they wanted really was a review on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's like, when I get around to it, no, Z timelines, no, I'll get to it, but no, they want it right now. And it's like,
So, Mikey D, welcome to the chat for like the 5th time.
Hi, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
Mike, I wish you would just shut up once in a while.
Yeah, I think he's muted. Nobody can hear what he's saying.
I can't hear. Is he talking?
No.
I see his lips moving, but is he? I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
you mute me too, you bastard?
No.
There you go.
Jesus H. Christ, you are.
Hit it with a hammer.
What chat is this, anyways? Just
Hit the truck.
It's the chat. It's the chat.
Holy shit!
I don't know. I got invited. I
It's
just showed up.
it's a makeup tutorial chat. Matt's been teaching us how to braid long hair.
Well, hey Matt, how are you? Hey Shalisa, what's going on? I'm gonna to your ass. What's going on?
What's up, man?
Matt's got to stand upside down to show us how to braid hair.
Good luck with that one.
I don't do
I'm
that
not even going to attempt that
Now,
I got 2 daughters. I don't even braid their fucking hair.
one.
I was in a pinch
braid your
one time.
daughter's hair? I did.
I was in a pinch one time, and I went to the fin fur feather, feather fur fin, whatever the fuck the thing's called.
The fin feather and fur, the closest one to you. Where's that?
It's Canton.
Yeah, I know they started out in Ashland, and now they're trying to be Cabela's, and they're working on it. But
I went there, and they had a red dot for like $25 or something, and I bought it, and then got it home and started, taking it out of the box, tinkering with it, looking at it, putting it on, and I'm reading the instructions, and at the bottom, everything's from Bushnell, so it's Allied, or I think it was Allied, made by Allied, or no, Allen. A little cheaper company. Yeah, it was made by Allen, and it was actually the same as a Bushnell.
I'll throw this out
different different model or same. The model number was different, but it was the same exact one. And it was talking, it was like $100 scope, $20 scope, same damn scope.
We're talking Chinese made and that kind of thing. Have any of you ever heard of a Polytech Legend?
Yeah.
Awesome AK, nice, shiny, perfect. Everything's perfect. You know what that was? That was a shiny Mac 90. Made in the same dang factory on the same dang machines. They just, when it came to, we're going to make a Polytech. Oh, well, we got to make all the bluing and everything's got to be perfect. The rifling's the same. The steel's the same. The finish on a Polytech was awesome. And then Mac 90 was like, yeah, it'll work. I got a Mac 90. It's a tack driver. Killed woodchucks at almost 500 yards with this gun. Got witnesses. I know how to shoot it. I know how it shoots. It was with my ammo. But point being is the Polytech Legend they're legendary at this point. Same dang gun. And when you look at a lot of these scopes, there's one company that says we're going to make these scopes and contract them. Who's going to pay us? That's how it works. Half the stuff we're getting from China, it's made by the same company.
Yeah, all these kind of packs right here, like these little 1 day, 3 day, freaking 48 hour, 24 hour, whatever packs. It's all the same company. Look at the molly on this. They're all the same. None of them, not a single one of them are stitched how they're supposed to be. Look how close that molly webbing is. That ain't how it's supposed to be. They're all made the same. Look.
Click on that to see it. I don't know how. Nope, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I have no power here.
They're literally all the same. Every one of them is made in the same damn factory under a different name, such as how Sears and Roebuck branded their shotguns under, what was it, Stevens or Ivor
Sears Ted
Ivor
Williams.
Johnson.
It was Ivor Johnson. Well, Ivor Johnson made most of the brand. They just branded it.
Ted Williams was Sears, if I'm not. That was my first 22 semi-automatic rifle, was a Ted Williams. And it was a frickin' Winchester.
It was Ted Williams, and then there was...
Yeah. It's the same thing with, let's say, like, even Beretta.
Stevens.
Yeah, Stevens is one of the bigger ones. Like that's one of the well-known names. They're all the same.
Oh, Beretta and Stoker.
Funny thing is I bought Stevens shotgun, and it's not a bad shotgun. It's it's like one of the Winchesters where I can't remember the model, where when you pull that trigger, the pump releases, so you can, you know what I mean? Not that I found that out by accident. It was like $100 and some bucks.
What?
Stevens, guess what? Made in China.
I thought.
Well, I mean, a lot of the. So CZ just came out with a new double barrel. It's like supposed to be there, like it's got all kinds of engraving and stuff. Made in Turkey. Turkey makes a lot of shotguns for like Beretta, Stoker, Mossberg. A lot of them are made in Turkey. But they're slightly off.
The Hatfield single shot that I bought from Walmart was made in Turkey.
Turkish made. The Midland that I reviewed, made in Turkey.
You know, a lot of people want to go, oh, Turkey communist and this and that. I'll tell you what.
Made in Turkey.
Ohio. I was just going to say, Ohio, that Canik shoots awesome. And I remember you handed it to me, and I didn't look. And you said, here's your favorite gun. And I went, what's this? And then you handed it to me, and I went, oh, the Canik, and smiled. And, yeah, I shot it, and, yeah.
Yeah, that Canik TP9SF that I have, the trigger on it is just amazing for a polymer gun.
Sweet gun, sweet shooting. It just
you can't. You literally cannot buy everything made in America. You literally can't, because there's so many options. There's so many good things out there that you can purchase. You just simply cannot buy everything made in America. It just doesn't work that way. Some of the components are made in other countries.
This is the thing. People say, buy American, buy American, buy American. I want to, but my budget doesn't allow me to. And this is the thing. People want to say, oh, buy a Harley made in America. You might want to start looking at where some of them parts are made, people.
It's like Toyota. If you don't buy a
Toyota here, it's not necessarily made here.
Yeah. Some of Harley's engines were those Hyosung engines. So
I'm just trying to say that Yes,
Well,
I wish
the
we
most
could all
American-made
afford
car.
to buy American.
The most American-made car you get right now is probably the Honda from Marysville, Ohio.
Oh, hey, guess what? I have like 1, 2, 3. I got about 5 relatives that actually work at that plant. So
Hey, question. Wasn't Sears and Roebuck, didn't J.C. Higgins buy them out for their guns?
J.C. Higgins. That's
yeah,
it. Yeah. There's another one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Sears and Roebuck, depending on what model of gun, had different manufacturers. So I'm not sure.
Pretty sure it was J.C. Higgins and Stevens that were both.
Oh, I know it's J.C. Higgins. I own one, but
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I thought J.C. Higgins got the guns out of there, and
H&R too. I think H&R was involved in some of those. Western Auto. You go to Western Auto and get a gun. Western Auto was made by.
It's
Iverson.
funny.
What was the brand? Iverson.
Ivor Johnson. They basically
Ivor Johnson.
Basically, in that day, there were tools that were branded for whatever company was selling it, like Sears or Roebuck. There were tools branded for that, and they were sold in those stores.
Well, just like the old Ravens and Lawsons and Jennings and all, they were all about the same damn thing. Little 22s
Well, they
and 380s.
they were the same thing. You got to go back and look at that company because I did this recently. This went to this name, to this name. They were all the same gun.
Yeah, and it was like this brother-in-law started this company. The sister started this company. The wife of another one started this company.
Right.
And it was all the same gun, but different companies.
was the Jennings.
Bryco, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when that little Bryco 9 came out, my buddy bought one, and the thing was heavy, pot metally, and it was small, but that thing shot really good. And I'm like, and it didn't jam. It didn't, it was like, it works. But the names, it's like we were talking about the Chinese companies. It's the same thing. The Canic, same thing. How much of this crap's made here? How much is made here? And I can tell you that just in America, in my experience, I've worked in fab shops. I've worked in machine shops. I've worked several places that we made stuff for everybody.
Yeah.
And they would put their name on it.
Well, that's just like I told you when I worked at the oil refinery. We sent oil out of the same tanks on different train rail cars.
Right.
To Shell, Castrol, Quaker State, Pennzoil, Valvoline.
You pay for a label.
Came from the same tank. Went to all those different companies.
Well, you want to hear something funny? This has been probably 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm old. 2 gas stations in town. This one's Marathon. This one is Speedway. I watched the tanker go from gas
one to the other.
It's the same freaking gas. It's like, and they're beating each other by a penny or 2 apiece. I'm like,
Marathon owns Speedway.
Exactly.
Yeah, Marathon owns Speedway. And then Citgo is different. Citgo's from Venezuelan oil or something.
I actually talked to the driver. That's when I first got into driving truck. I asked him. I said, "So how many other companies?" He says, "I go to this one, this one, this one." Dude, it's all the same damn gas.
Yeah.
I think as far as firearms go, and people are like, with the Canics and Turkish-made guns and stuff like that. Oh, you're sporting terrorism.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah. So
keep in mind too when you talking about not so much the guns because they don't have plastic on them, but I haven't looked into it in about a year. But about a year ago, we export more fucking plastic out of this country to China and everybody else, so they can turn around and make our shit and send it right back to us. So you know what? Technically, it's our shit.
Yeah.
So,
as far as people claiming that if we buy a Canic, we're supporting terrorism. Well, guess what? You buy a Wasser, are you supporting socialism?
Yeah, but that's just dumb.
You buy a Norinco, are you supporting socialism? Or you buy this and that and the other?
Right.
Yeah,
here's the deal. It creates jobs in America when we purchase these things.
Yeah,
so
if it was packaged in America or it has a part that was made in America, you're supporting somebody's job. And by not buying it, you're taking away somebody's job.
Russian components, Chinese components, all made in Taiwan. You guys remember?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Was
Matt's a big communist supporter with his AKs and his Austrian Glocks.
Tell you what, if anybody knows how to make a damn gun, it's communists.
Hey,
That's for sure. That's
Do
the
you
best.
got
That's the best thing that ever came out of communism was their guns.
I just want to know if he's got a Glock 7 with a porcelain frame.
Yes.
And Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not Christmas until Die Hard. Yeah.
You said that at the range. It was so funny. You mentioned that at some conversation, and it's just funny. It's like, yep.
Oh, it's because other night when I was staying up late, there was nothing going on, and I was like, man, there's nobody chatting on YouTube or anything. So I started flipping through the TV, and Die Hard was on, and I was like, Die Hard's on, and it's not even Christmas yet. So
Yeah, it's like Die Hard's on. I found something to watch.
yeah, it was Christmas in July, you know.
It's not Christmas until we see Hans Gruber fall from the Nakatomi Tower. That's just the way it is.
Good night, Jayhawk.
Hey, good night, Jayhawk. Thanks for coming out and supporting, man. It was great seeing you. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jayhawk out in a while.
Hey, Jayhawk,
Sorry.
The Patreon videos on these are going to be starting next week. On doing the frame mods for the 43 and 19. So, just so you know, I haven't forgotten about you guys. It's starting next week.
Didn't Jayhawk used to make videos?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Life. I don't know. It happens to everybody, I guess.
Life gets in the way of living, doesn't it? I mean, truly think about this.
No, work gets in the way of living.
That's life. That is life because
No,
that's
just part of life. But work gets in the way of living.
He also did a lot of chats too. He was always on panels and stuff back in the day because he was always sitting at his kitchen table. He would always do chats at his kitchen table, I think.
Yeah.
Man, he was on your chat a few times, wasn't he?
He's been on my chat back in the day, back 2013 and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought Matt had him on his too.
Maybe. I mean,
it was a long time ago.
It wasn't. I mean, he wasn't a regular. If you
no, right?
Yeah.
All I know is I can't keep up with whose chat I was in last week. People invite me. Yeah.
Well, that's because the dementia's starting to set in. Pretty soon you're going to give me those guns you said you were going to give me.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. They're all going to go to my son. But...
Yeah, when you were supposed to give me a Beretta or something that you fucking saw at a gun show.
Who, me or
no?
I offered to buy it if you would pay me back. I offered to buy it for you, and then I was going to ship it to you part by part.
Right.
I was going to send him one part a month for the next 30 years.
That's funny. The sad thing is
I'll get a P.O. box in New Hampshire. Just send me the whole thing instead. No, they're like fucking $30 a month now too. The bastards.
Jeez.
For a P.O. box?
Something like that. Something stupid. They used to be like fucking $3 a month.
How big a P.O. box? Because for $30 a month, you might
just for something to put shit in.
Oh, I had a P.O. box. I moved and did the P.O. box, and I check it like every 2 days, and oh my God, the garbage mail. And I'm like, can I pay you not to put this in there? And they're like, no, we're paid to put it in every box. That thing was stuffed full of garbage. I'd pull it out, all these ads, and it's like, thank God there was a trash can there. And I was like, trash, 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 trash. Oh, real mail, trash, 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 trash. Oh, real.
Well,
come on.
I was talking to a guy at work today, and his cousin got caught. He had a friend of somebody out in Texas or wherever. And he said, he bought a handgun. He said, just drop it in a fucking, he said, do UPS and just like put a fucking rock or something in there, whatever, This fucking dumbass fucking UPS to fucking handgun to the state of Massachusetts. Didn't think he's going to get caught.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, guys.
These damn rebels.
It's I know Mikey probably has to work tomorrow, and Matt probably has to work tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one. It's almost 11 o'clock my time. So we were on for a little over an hour and a half, I think, or close
2
to
hours.
it. Oh, yeah, almost 2 hours. Yeah, I could tell by looking at the little clock in the corner now. I see that. So I want to thank Matt from Resist to Tyranny for being on. Ryan from Zombies R Us Outdoors. My buddy Chris, Armament and Axis. Mikey D. And of course, Shalisa. She was my first one on the night. We talked for a little bit before we went live. So
Don't forget
thanks
Blue
for coming
Hair.
on. Oh, yeah, Gunpowder
Don't forget
Beauty.
Blue Hair.
Gunpowder Beauty was on for a while, and now she's back out in the side chat. So I want to thank everybody for coming on, and thank everybody for watching us tonight. And you guys be safe. Have a great week, and watch out and support your Second Amendment.
Keep the powder dry.
Night, everyone.
Peace to all. Stay 2A strong.